Somebody said Janice used to turn tricks in front of him. Y'all wrong for that.
Yeah, she did. She's a whole whore.
Oh my God.
There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic deviancy used to harness energy of a human being.
Bloodstains, hidden toxins, and a dark truth buried deep beneath the surface. Kim Porter's tragic passing was never what it seemed, and now shocking new details have come to light. Jaguar Wright just dropped a bombshell, and it points straight at Janice Combs, Diddy's mother. The secrets of Hollywood's most powerful families are unraveling, and witchcraft is only the beginning. It's time to uncover the truth.
Ooh, wouldn't that be weird if the reason why he's so enthusiastic about men is because he don't want to cheat on his mama?
So everyone knows that Kim Porter's family doesn't really mess with Diddy. He might be the father of her kids, but they believe that he could also be the reason behind her sudden passing, and they've got good reason to think that. According to the first coroner Ed Winter's report, there were toxins in Kim's body when she passed away. His report alluded to a darker narrative at play, and apparently someone didn't approve of that report because Winters was fired shortly after. With Edwards out of the picture, a second coroner stepped in to take on the job, and he was the one who said that Kim passed away because of pneumonia. But what's shocking is that Winters passed away in 2023 from unspecified natural causes. This was around the time people were asking questions about the legitimacy of the second coroner's report, and so Kim's family struggled to accept the report. They believed that the actress was taken out by none other than Diddy, and according to some insiders, the family was dead set on taking some legal action by filing a wrongful death lawsuit. However, they ended up not doing it since they had been contacted by the feds. One insider revealed, according to close friends and family of Kim Porter, they all have been contacted by the FBI, and 3 family members and 6 friends have been interviewed already and have been told to stay quiet. According to Kim's ex, Cassie told lawyers upon filing her own lawsuit against Diddy that she had information about the passing of Kim Porter, and she has proof of the reason why Kim was murked. Cassie was said to be firm on the position that she didn't want this information about Kim to be inserted. Aside from the autopsy, there were other questions surrounding Kim's passing that needed to be addressed as well. Apparently, the feds had covered up some serious clues about what really went down, according to one insider. But to make a long story short, when Kim passed, there were questions about the manner in which she passed away. If they are going to say that it was pneumonia and that she passed peacefully in sleep, then why was there blood located on Kim's pillowcases, and also a slight trail of blood on the bedroom floor that led to the bathroom? Why hasn't that been mentioned? Kim was not found unresponsive in bed. She was discovered on the bathroom floor, and if they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there. And even more recently, when Kim's book was making rounds on the internet once again, I'll be sure, her former husband urged the authorities to launch an investigation into the passing of his ex-wife once again. He said, "It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal mistreatment, being blanked, trafficking and human she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Mrs. Cassie Ventura, posed a threat to those profiting from such heinous activities." He also said, "Kim and I talked right up to a few days prior to her demise. She was in good health and we are in such a great friend space, reminiscing about old times and celebrating news of our son's accomplishments. No affair, just great friends. We must continue to advocate for justice and ensure that every one of the individuals who conspired against her are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law." Though nothing became of these rumors, things are different now that Diddy is behind bars. According to the streets, Kim's family is once again thinking about reopening the investigation, and this time they've got some evidence as well. And get this supposed evidence doesn't just dig into Kim's passing, but it also offers more insight into how Diddy ended up this way. Turns out that Janice Combs may be the woman to blame here. Apparently, she was involved in the freak-off sessions, which is exactly why we need to take a closer look at Mama Combs. Janice had a tough time as a single mom. As for Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, well, he got murked because of his life on the streets. According to Complex magazine, Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, was a well-known Harlem gangsta who had connections to both Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes, and Janice was the boss's ride-or-die chick. Yes, that's the Frank Lucas, the infamous drug lord who ruled over Harlem. Back to Janice. With Diddy's dad out of the picture, Mama Combs had to take on 3 jobs. She wanted Diddy to make it big more than anything, and so she worked as a teacher at a local daycare center, a school bus driver, and an attendant for children with special needs. Some say that she worked as a model as well. However, this is where things get interesting. Despite what the internet says, there's no physical proof that Janice worked as a model. Instead, according to some sources, Janice worked as fashion show organizer, if you get what we mean, and that's where Diddy learned about freak-offs. Though it seems unbelievable, rapper Mace hinted at Janice's involvement in the freak-offs in one of his videos, where he called out Diddy.
Oh, I did it. Told my he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name.
More recently, Jaguar Wright confirmed the rumors as well. During an interview with Storm Monroe, she said that the rumors about Janice being a are not false. There's truth to them. And so, with all the facts on the table, things start making a whole lot of sense now. Like that creepy video of Diddy sitting with his mom and admiring her body. And let's talk about the fact that these two gave each other a kiss on the lips.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too. Mom, freshly dipped though. I was just trying to show her shit. Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single.
One person commented, "Gross. Sorry, but as an adult male, I ain't never locked lips with my mom. A kiss on the cheek and that is it. That is gross, and I don't care if they are mother and son." And there's more. During one part of the video, Diddy lets the audience know that her mom was hooked to an IV drip.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, according to the indictment filed against Diddy, victims forced to participate in the freak-offs were given IV drips after they were over, since the FO sessions were so physically exhausting. According to the documents, during freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient and compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in S-acts with commercial S-workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and substance use. As if that wasn't creepy enough, fans also took note of Mama Combs' white nails.
Mom, freshly dipped though.
Now, why are the nails worth talking about? Well, if you remember Cassie's lawsuit, she claimed that Diddy forced her to paint her nails white because that's what he liked. According to the court documents, Ms. Ventura was required to dress up in lingerie for an FO, and Mr. Combs insisted she wear white nail polish to contrast her nails with the skin of the black men he hired to have us with her. And so watching Mama Combs rocking the same look is all sorts of creepy. One person commented, "Mom Dukes was a part of those freak-offs, that white fingernail polish. And why is Diddy acting like he's trying to sell his mama?" Meanwhile, another person commented, "Mom be at the freak-offs, we all know what them hydration bags bout." And so the internet's convinced that Janice was part of the freak-offs just like Diddy. Even Jaguar Wright suggested the same twisted dynamic between the mother-son duo.
Wouldn't that be weird if the reason why he's so enthusiastic about men is because he don't want to cheat on his mama? Oh. Maybe that's just his only girl.
Oh my God, Marlon Wayans said that about his mother.
But that's only the tip of the iceberg. According to the streets, it doesn't just end at the freak-offs with Janice. Apparently. So remember when Cat Williams sat down with Joe Rogan on his podcast after his Club Shay Shay appearance? Well, during his viral interview, the comedian dropped some truth bombs about the industry, particularly about how there's a culture of practicing magic among the elite. According to him, all the hotshots in the industry worship Baphomet. For those of you who don't know, Baphomet is a demon and a symbol of balance in various occult and mystical traditions. He's got half male, half female, half human, and half animal features. And he's the reason why Cat has been so adamant about raising his voice about the dress controversy.
it's about just following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No,
that is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things will become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
Sure, Cat got dragged for his crazy comments, but some folks thought that he was on the right path. And what's even more disturbing is that Diddy seemed to be in on the rituals as well. You see, according to one theory, Diddy's freak-off sessions were actually sick rituals, and Cassie's lawsuit actually dropped some clues that seem to support that theory. According to the court documents, during the FOs, in addition to directing Ms. Ventura and pleasing himself, Mr. Combs would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film Ms. Ventura having S with the hired S worker. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. What's even more twisted is that Diddy made the victims wear masks. The lawsuit states, the first time, Mr. Combs hired a man and brought the man to his home in Los Angeles. The man, Mr. Combs, and Ms. Ventura wore masquerade masks and ingested substances. Let's also not forget that Diddy has a tattoo of the Haitian Vodou spirit, Izili Dantor. It's not exactly evil in the Vodou tradition since it's viewed as a symbol of motherhood, womanhood, discipline, and protection. Still, it's proof that Diddy's got something going on in the spiritual department. YouTuber Sloan Bella also hinted at Diddy having some sort of connection with the dark side. And get this, according to her, Kim was planning to reveal the sick rituals that the former music mogul was participating in.
Her former baby daddy and people did not want her to write a tell-all book about what she witnessed, and they are dumbing it down to the fact that they think that P. Diddy is on some kind of spree for removing people who speak about this because he's gay. That is not the issue. I want you to hear me. That's one thing, and he may have his own shame about that, and it may be culturally not right for him, whatever. Get in line in society. That is not what this is. What we're talking about here is ritualistic deviancy used to harness energy of a human being. We are being harnessed, not me, not you, but the people that he's dealing with, and she became privy to this.
There was this photo that Diddy posted of himself wearing a Biggie Small t-shirt in front of some crystals, burning some sage as well. However, once again, the question is, where did Diddy learn this stuff? And once again, the answer is Janice Combs. If she's the one who taught her son about freak-offs, there's a high chance she introduced him to magic as well. And if the stuff about Kim finding out about the rituals are true, then it's very likely that Janice helped Diddy take her out. She most definitely didn't want to ruin her brand or her son's for that matter, since she's desperately trying to hold on to that power even now. It seems like Mama Combs is worried about all of this coming to light. According to reports, Janice was rushed to the hospital on July 10th, 2024. Apparently, she felt extreme discomfort in her chest. The doctors treating her kept her for another night to carry out proper treatment. And get this, while Janice was in the hospital, she summoned her son to keep her company. What's more, according to some sources, Ms. Combs believes her chest pains are directly connected to her son's litany of legal woes threatening him and his empire. And there might be truth to that statement since the news came out the same day. Cassie and her team called out Diddy for his little outing by the water. Her lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, said, "I don't think white water rafting will prepare him for the choppy waters that lie ahead." Meanwhile, Adria English's attorney, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, also piled on the criticism, saying, "After seeing defendant Combs whitewater rafting and jetting around on his personal plane, seemingly enjoying life despite all the atrocities he has caused and has been accused of by countless individuals over decades, Mrs. English is even more motivated to ensure justice prevails." She also said, Mrs. English and all the other plaintiffs who have filed lawsuits throughout the country against defendant Combs are individuals with limited resources fighting for justice after being marginalized, mistreated, and exploited by a billionaire. FYI, Audra's an adult entertainer who also filed a lawsuit against Diddy for mistreatment. And so the question is, was Janice really sick or was she worried about her son's future? Whatever the case, she's the only one in Diddy's corner right now, and it doesn't look like he's gonna let go of her anytime soon. When Diddy asked for bail after his arrest, he promised to sell his mother's mansion in Miami, Florida. What's more, he also had his mom turn in her passport to build trust with the court. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. And so it seems like Diddy's and Janice's fates are tied at the moment. As for fans, well, they think that Mama Combs is definitely not whom she sells herself to be. One person commented, "This monster was evil from his first breath and will be till his last. His father and mother were both gangster thugs. Sean's sons are the same." Meanwhile, another person commented, "Back in the day when Diddy was in his heyday, we didn't have the internet. We had gossip magazines, gossip newspaper sections, and the radio. They used to say stuff about him, mom being weird, and how Diddy and her had a questionable relationship that was beyond mother-son. But what do you think of the situation? Do you think Diddy's mom was involved in the FOs? And should she be prosecuted as well? Let us know in the comment section below."